Hi everyone. So this is my um sabi ko nga na-retrieve ko na yung password ng ng YouTube channel ko. So madalas makakapag-upload na ako ng video. And I just want to continue kung ano man yung help na mabibigay ko sa inyo. Rest assured na ito ay lahat ng sasabihin ko ay galing sa experience ko and also galing din sa nursing understanding ko. Okay? Because I am a registered nurse. I am currently working as a dialysis nurse. And I am having a 14 years experience when it comes to being a nurse. And also, I am an educator sa mga nagtatanong. Ano, um, so, today, I will be sharing with you guys about the complications of hormonal replacement therapy and side effects of hormonal replacement therapy. So, lahat na sasabihin ko, sometimes, in my journey sa hormonal replacement therapy, I have encountered the signs and symptoms, and also sa aking nursing understanding, ito ang aking pagkakaintindi. So, if you want to correct me, the comment section is very open for discussion. And also, I also advocate na magpa-konsulta muna tayo sa endocrinologist if you are encountering signs and symptoms like this, because it is a confirmation laboratory test, and also an endocrinologist will just confirm those signs and symptoms that you are having. So let's start. And first is hormonal replacement therapy is yung pagpababa sa ating mga transgender ng testosterone level and pagpapataas ng estrogen level. Tandaan, ang testosterone natin ay ang ating male hormone na active during the time that because we are biologically male, okay? Testosterone is a hormone active para sa mga biological male, even transgender woman, okay? So, walang delusional na ang taas ng estrogen ko. All humans have estrogen and testosterone. But during the time that we develop our secondary characteristic, if you are not undergoing any hormonal replacement therapy, the most abundant or most proliferated hormone for a male sex is testosterone, and the most proliferated hormone for female assigned at birth is estrogen. Okay? So, walang kalituhan dyan. Okay? Walang delusional dyan. Okay? So yon. To give you a background. So, pagpapataas ng estrogen level and pagpapababa ng testosterone level. So, we have two medications that is sa hormonal replacement therapy para sa mga transgender woman. First is the goal is to lower the testosterone level. So therefore, there is a anti-testosterone medication. Okay, we are talking about cyproterone acetate, most commonly known as Androcur. We have also Diane, but Diane is not considered as a prescribed medication, anti-testosterone hormone for transgender people because it can cause a lot of complications. Okay? I will be discussing that to you. And also, we have another goal is to increase the estrogen level because we are male assigned at birth and we underwent if you underwent pubertal stage of being a male, you have a dominant hormone characteristics, which is called testosterone. Uh, and we have lower estrogen, but we still have, okay? So the goal is to increase the estrogen, and one of the medication that is prescribed by our endocrinologist is a lot of forms of estrogen. It can be injectable and can be sublingual, or it can be through oral, okay? So during my research and also my experience, by the time that I am self-medicating, and having a research, okay? I have, nung una, bago ako nag-decide na mag-transition, I was 31 years old na, late na. So therefore, my secondary sex characteristic, which is male, by birth was developed. I have Adam's apple, my shoulder are broadened, I have a deep voice, I have hairs that is complementary for a male sex characteristics. Okay, so well developed na. Okay, mature na. Okay, kung sa layman's term. Okay, so yes, it is more challenging to transition if you are what do you call this one? Kapag nakalampas ka na doon sa sa pubertal stage mo, and you have developed the secondary characteristic of a male. Okay, if you're going to be transitioning as a transgender woman, and it is very challenging, and by that time, I am not diagnosed, but I am also having symptoms of hypertension. Hold on. Symptoms of hypertension. There are events that I am having an increased blood pressure. Okay, sometimes because I have stress and also my diet. Okay, so yon. So I took Androcur. Okay, ito ha, pag-uusapan ko lang Androcur at saka estrogen. Okay? Kasi yun yung yung matagal kong ginamit. And I will be having a little discussion about tiles because I have took that also. Now, first is cyproterone acetate in the form of Androcur and Dian. Okay? Several months, very effective. Yes, until now. It is very, very, very effective. Yung mga muscles ko, nabawasan. My hair, naging parse na lang siya. Parse din na lang siya. And, yung oiliness ko, because it blocks the sebaceous gland to produce a lot of oil. So, hindi na masyadong oily. Kaya, kunwari, nagtitake ka ng Androcur, and then tinigil mo, after 1 month, mararamdaman mo na, first symptoms, magiging oily na yung face mo. So, meaning to say, you are withdrawing with that medication. Kung mapapansin nyo, I am an acne-prone skin during the time that I am pre-transitioning. Okay? I have a lot of acne, hormonal acne here, dito sa neck area, pero hindi nyo na yan makikita. Okay? Hindi nyo na yan makikita. But I do have still I do have still the acne marks on my face. I don't know why it's not showing because of the camera, I think. But I do have acne scars. Okay? I do have texture on my skin. Okay? I don't know if you can see it, but rest assured, hindi ako makinis. Okay? Hindi ako yung makinis na walang texture. Okay? So I have texture and I think that is normal. And I am not anxious about it. Okay? And my hormonal acne was not, wala na. Because of taking anti-testosterone. Wala nang acne. Okay? But, when it comes to side effects and complication, cyproterone acetate, if you will be reading the yung medication leaflet, okay, about that, lalo-lalo na kapag bibili ka ng isang box, no? One of the symptoms or side effects will be a lower libido, okay? I am very hypersexual as ano nyo noong mga dati kong video. I am very hypersexual. I do masturbate. I do high risk, okay? High risk behavior when it comes to salamat na lang ako hindi ako nakakontract ng HIV because during that time inaamin ko talaga I am very high risk. Hindi sapat sa akin ang masturbation. Sa totoo lang. I know it's too much information but I know there are some of you that have experienced being hypersexual on that age. By the age of 15, I am very sexually 15 nga ba? Sexually active. Okay? And by the age of 22, 23, 24, high risk na ang behavior ko. So, come to think of it. Right now, during the time that I am undergoing, and up to now, that I am undergoing hormonal replacement therapy, and I am using Andropur for several years now, I have lower libido. Okay? I have not engaged with a sexual interaction with any guys. Alangang girls. Hindi na rin ako nalilibugan masyado. Okay? Kailangan talaga extensive ang pang-aakyat para malibugan or ma-arouse. Okay? 3 years na. First, ang tanong, namalayan mo ba yun? Hindi. After 6 months, napansin ko na lang from 5 times a day of masturbation. Yun nga, 5 times a day of masturbation. Would you believe that? Naging ano na lang siya, 1 time a week. Hanggang nakakalimutan ko na mag-masturbate for several years or months. Pinakamatagal ko 6 months hindi nagma-masturbate. And naranasan ko, hindi na rin nag-e-erect yung aking penis during morning. I am not experiencing morning boner, but during the time of transition, I always, every day, every morning, experiencing morning boner. Okay? It is during the time na mataas yung testosterone level mo. Bakit ang mga lalaki laging naka-flag ceremony or yung flagpole nila laging nakataas, whether it's maliit or malaki? It is because during that time, mataas yung testosterone. Kaya, lagi nating iti-take ang ating anti-testosterone bago matulog. Okay? That's a tip. bago matulog. Kasi during the time of our sleep, doon nagproproduce, mas active ang ating testosterone production. Okay? Okay. So yun, I never experienced morning boner up to now, 3 years. But when it comes to the what you call this one, yung kagustuhan mo makipagtalik, or yung bang urge, wala. Hindi ko na napansin na wala na akong urge. Walang pressure. Sometimes, kapag tinitigil ko yung androcore, for example, pinakamatagal ko tinigil ang androcore, 2 months. 2 months kung tinigil ang androcore. May urge para mag-masturbate, but to go out and to have sex, no. Kasi kilala ko sarili ko. When I am very active, I'll go out and have sex. But, up to now, no. Wala akong naging sexual partner. Another is, when it comes to your seminal fluid, sa Tagalog ay tamod. Okay? Wala nang bastusan to, tamod. That is, in medical term, is seminal fluid. Iba po ang sperm cell. Okay? Iba ang sperm cell sa tamod. Ang fluid ay hindi sperm cell. Okay? Ang sperm cell ay nasa loob ng liquid na yon microscopically. Ang tawag sa kanya sa Tagalog, semilia. Okay? So, wag niyong interchange yan. Hindi ako nagkakaroon ng semilia. Etc. etc. Okay? When it comes to your seminal fluid or tamod, paunti ng paunti during the time na nagtitake ako. At kapag continuous ka na nagtitake, wala na. Tibok na lang. Totoo, walang bastusan. Because ang action ng cyproterone acetate is to encapsulate the prostate gland, which is the prostate gland produce the seminal fluid. 60% yata na seminal fluid siya nagproproduce. So if it is encapsulated, it is inactive, ano siya? Hindi ka na lalabasan. Okay? Pero you will have an orgasm still. Okay? Para nagjakul ka ng or nag-masturbate ka ng 10 times hanggang tibok na lang talaga yon. Parang yun ang nararanasan natin, mga transgender. Yung iba ha. But if you're taking it low dose, like for example, in a low dose, may case-to-case basis pa rin na clear liquid lang yung lumalabas sa'yo. It's not like sago-sago, ganyan-ganyan. Yung term ng mga Filipino, again, walang kabastusan yun. Another is, when it comes to when you are taking that anti-testosterone, you will be considered impotent. Okay? There are studies na nagiging impotent talaga ang lalaki kapag nagtitake nun. Okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi ka makakabuntis. Kasi wala nga lumalabas sa yung likido eh. Ibig sabihin, wala ring cell. Kasi sa loob ng likidong yun, may sperm cell. Okay, gets? And also, kahit itigil ko po ba siya, magkakaroon po ba ako? There are studies, okay? There are studies na hindi na bumabalik yung normal sperm cell count ng lalaki kapag nagkakaroon ng kapag nag-take siya in a long run ng ano. So, nung nag-decide ako, ayaw ko na talaga mag-anak. Okay? May iba na kapag nag-decide ka, you might have sperm banking. Okay? Sperm banking. But it is very costly. If you don't want a child, why waste time? Diba? Why waste resources? Another is, ang cyproterone acetate at progesterone kasi ginagamit yan dati to castrate rapist. Okay? Kaya hindi talaga tayo nakakaramdam ng libog minsan. or mahirap tayong i-arouse. Kasi sa ibang bansa nga, ginagamit siya na to castrate. Ibig sabihin, para mapigilan yung pagiging malibog o yung bad pagiging manyakis or pagiging rapist ng mga tao. So, kinakastrate sila. Okay? So, wala talagang libog. And nagiging feminine. But, this is the complications na might or hindi. Might, pwede mong maranasan or hindi mo maranasan. During the time, ito pala, androcore muna, saka ng estrogen, ha? Kasi ang haba na ng video ko. So, ang complications na pwede mong maranasan is clotting. There are a lot of studies. Kaya andayan, because it is a form of cyproterone acetate, androcore also has a study na pwede kang magkaroon ng clotting sa iba't ibang parte ng katawan mo. Okay? Clotting ay pamumuo ng dugo sa Tagalog. Pwedeng pamumuo ng dugo sa ulo, sa utak. Very fatal also sa puso natin. Cardiovascular. You can have an impeded circulation, deep vein thrombosis. Yan yung bigla na namamaga yung mga legs natin. Kasi na-block na yung circulation. So, and yun lang. Fatal is kapag sa ulo at saka sa puso. Okay? May mga cases na yun na nangyari. Kaya ang cyproterone acetate, hindi na rin siya ginagamit na contraceptive. Andayan, hindi yan pwede sa ibang European country and sa US, sa ibang state ng US. Kasi ang daming studies ng mga European women na nagkaroon ng blood clot. Okay? So, you need talaga ng laboratory test. Katulad niyo sa akin, nagkaroon ako ng elevation ng aking mga blood components that can lead to clotting. Kaya tinigil ko muna ang androcore. Okay? So, that is very fatal. Another na complications or adverse effect na pwede mong maranasan is meningioma. Okay? Punta tayo sa utak natin, pwede kang magkaroon ng benign. Meningioma is a benign tumor sa brain. But even it's benign, it can also impede the function of the brain. Kapag ba may bukol ka dyan, naipit yung isang nerve, pwedeng hindi ka makakita. Pwedeng mawala ka sa balance. Depende kung saan yung meningioma mo. Okay? And it is, it's not fatal, but it can hinder your activities in daily living. Okay? And meningioma requires surgical procedure to be removed. Okay? Yon. Gusto mo ba mag-craniotomy? I-release mo ba yon? For me, dahil tayo, mas matibay talaga yung natin. Yeah. But there are only a certain percentage na merong iba na dyan. Hindi porket na, oh my God, sure na ako na magkakaroon ako ng meningioma kasi I'm taking androcore for so long. Wala. Maliit lang na percentage ang nagkaroon ng ganon. Okay? So, sabi ko nga, pwedeng ikaw makaranas ka nun, pwedeng hindi. Okay? So, for me, as a nurse, mas concerned ako kasi I have hypertension, mas concerned ako sa blood clotting because it's very fatal. When it comes to psychology naman, it can worsen your depression and anxiety. It can cause depression and anxiety kasi kahit wala kang depression and anxiety, bago ka uminom, pwede ka makaranas ng depression and anxiety and mood swings. So, mas malala ang mangyayaring depression and anxiety sa'yo, if you have a history of depression and anxiety, it can aggravate your natatawa ko kung paano ko magsalita. It can aggravate your depression and anxiety. Okay? So, that's it muna. Doon muna tayo sa Androcore. So, mag-isip-isip muna. Androcore is not FDA approved dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? So, it's your risk. Risk natin kasi nagtitake din ako kasi effective talaga siya. It's your risk, it's our risk to take it or not. But, like I said on my prior video, kailangan talaga ma-regulate yung mga gamot na yan. Okay? Lalo-lalo yung mga nagtitinda ng mga ganyan. Because, kailangan talaga ng prescription bago ka makabili niyan. Androcore is a prostate cancer medication. So, meaning to say, hindi siya talaga over-the-counter medication. Okay? Next video, I will be discussing to you spironolactone, Hyles, or aldactone. Okay? Na isa pang anti-testosterone medication. So, for now, I will be bidding goodbye to you and see you on my next video. Thank you very much and you have a great day.